As the technical manager for the Grangemouth complex, a lot of my role is really about trying to take a longer term view, and by that I mean that we have training and career paths for the young engineers that come into the team.
I'm a process support engineer on the fluidised cat cracking unit on the refinery, and that unit runs all day, every day. So the first thing I do when I come in the morning is go through to see the boardman and find out what's been happening overnight since I've been in the previous day. And once we've got an update on any problems or issues that they've got, I can take that back with me to my desk and start looking at ways to fix any problems, or if they've noticed anything new or unusual about the plant, then we can try and look for any trends or any reasons for the changes.
My job's a chemical engineer on the crude units in the refinery at Grangemouth, and the crude units are the sort of first stage in the refinery process. So crude oil comes in and it gets separated off into different fractions. So what I do is I'm sort of responsible for the running of that unit, checking that it's meeting its targets and that it's getting as much throughput as it possibly can.
I take it for granted that the engineers we'll employ are technically competent, so we will get that through our graduate recruitment programmes, what class of degree they've got, and also over the years we would expect those engineers to reach chartered status. So to an extent I would take the technical side for granted. For me, what's very important is people's ability to communicate and get on with people across the organisation.
The sort of personality that could be suited to this sort of work would be someone who's quite happy to work in a team, because you can't do very much on your own, and you're always speaking to other engineers, the operators and the technicians.
I think the most important personality trait that you need to have is being able to interact with other people. You really need to be able to work with people right across the board, so you need people that can work with operators who've come through straight from school at age 16, going through an apprenticeship. You need to be able to relate to people like that, and then also the flip side of that, you need to be able to relate to people higher up the company who will be sort of pushing you in certain directions. So you need to be able to relate well with other people and be able to foster good relations.
The more diverse our workforce is, the different perspective you'll get on problems. So people will come with a different background, will offer a different perspective, and that's very important.
Right through to the end of school, I kept studying chemistry, physics and maths as well as art, and when I was looking at university course options, chemical engineering seemed to cover most of those subjects. I think the most enjoyable thing is seeing something that you've been working on actually happen out on the unit, whether it's a series of tests or checks that you've been planning and actually getting out there with the technicians and turning the valves and trying out and getting your results in. The least enjoyable parts are, if you ask me, in the middle of the winter, it's going outside where we have to wrap up warm against the cold wind on site, and sometimes we joke that we're always using spreadsheets and things, but it's a necessary tool for getting stuff done.